What's up guys, it's Legend X Ronin, and we finally got our official look at the gameplay video of the Kombat Pack 2 characters the other day, and I gotta say, it looks pretty amazing. Like, I thought we were only going to get to see one character in this gameplay video, but it turns out we got to see all the characters in the Kombat Pack 2. They all looked really good and looked nice so far, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and break down the video bit by bit and get my thoughts on each and every character. Okay, so first we have Leatherface. I see that he utilizes his chainsaw for a lot of combos like how most people predicted that he would. He seems to have a couple of chainsaw moves that we get to see in the gameplay video, like the first one that we see, he runs the chainsaw onto the opponent at the end of this combo, and then you see that he actually has another variation shown off in the video, and if you look closely you can see him using a hammer for his combos. Then he finishes that combo with an enhanced move where he runs the chainsaw into the opponent's stomach. Then we also get to see the beginning of his x-ray, which I thought was kind of funny because his chainsaw is literally levitating in the air somehow. Like, I guess being in Mortal Kombat gave him some kind of powers, I don't know, but it looks alright, I guess. And also I see that it pays homage to like one of his kills that he did in one of the movies with the hammer to the back of the head. So next we have Triborg, who actually shocked me a bit because I was not expecting all three of his forms to actually be separate. I thought that he would just be one cyborg that could change between all three of his forms, kind of like how the old Chameleon could change between all the ninjas, but evidently that is not the case. Okay, so first we get to see his sector variation, which looks amazing. He came in using this new flame attack that's different than his previous flame burner move that he had in the old games. He then uses this enhanced version of what I would think would be his straight missile, where he sends out 3 homing missiles in a spiral motion that all hit the opponent, and then he follows up with his signature teleporting uppercut move that looks really nice in the game. Then we get to see his Cyrax variation, which they didn't show too much of. Like, if you look closely at the beginning of the scene, you get to see that he has his bombs back, and then we get to see that he has one of his combos from the MK9 game where he slams the bomb onto the opponent and causes a pop-up. And then right after that we get to see his buzzsaw make a return, where it's actually different this time because he actually grinds it onto the opponent while they're on the ground, which looks really brutal. And then last we get to see Cyber Smoke make his return, and he looks so amazing. Like, he came in doing this new enhanced teleporting move where he lands on the opponent and then flips him up into the air. And then we get to see him use his signature spear move, but as you can see it's different because instead of 1 spear he actually shoots out 3. And then he follows that up with a new smoke cloud move that looks really cool because like it sent like Sub-Zero flying. Like, I really think that it could possibly be like an air throw, but I'm not sure yet. But whatever it is, it looks really nice. Next up we have Rai Cho, who moves so much faster than what I think a lot of people expected. He definitely, in my opinion, moves faster than a lot of characters who are already in MKX, and that's kind of funny because a lot of people predicted him to actually move slow. Okay, so we see him come in with a few combos. If you take a look at him, you see that on his side he has a jug of alcohol that is glowing green, and if you look at him when he's standing still, you can actually see that he's swaying back and forth. Now this must be like his Drunken Fist variation, which I just knew that they were going to give him, and I gotta say, it looks pretty awesome so far. And right after that you see him using his classic puke move, where you see that the enhanced version of it is a projectile that knocks the opponent back. We also get to see that he has his belly bash move back again, where the enhanced version of that, he farts on the opponent's face. Now, I think a lot of people are kind of already upset that he has a fart move again, but I gotta say, I'm pretty alright with him having it. We then get to see his grab move, which looks pretty cool because it like resembles a bit of the Drunken Fist style, the way he falls down and gets back up. And then we get to see his second variation where he's using a small cane, which might be like the Jojutsu variation I predicted that he would have. Now this variation definitely seemed like it might have a lot of mix-ups, and it's definitely looking fun to play with. We also get to see a bit of his x-ray where he picks up the opponent and then slams their face onto the ground. Last we have Alien, who actually shocked me. Like, if you guys know me, I'm not really a fan of guest characters for many reasons, and I wasn't looking forward to Leatherface and Alien, but I gotta say, Alien's gameplay actually interested me. Like, I do like the movies, so to actually see some of the stuff reenacted in the game was actually kind of cool. So first we get to see it come in with a couple lethal combos with his tail that look kind of cool, and then you see it impaling Jackie with Baraka's stolen blades. Then next we see a second variation, which I would assume would be the Queen variation, because if you look closely you can see that the head is shaped different. Then the first move that we see for this variation is like it has this pod that shoots out like the face huggers if you step within like the blue radius on the screen. And then you see it calling another alien to come in and attack the opponent, which actually looks like an enhanced version of it. So I kind of wonder what the normal version of it would actually look like, but this move actually looks kind of cool. And then we also get to see Alien's grab move, where he bites the back of the opponent's neck and launches his tail through the opponent's head. Right after that, we see Alien using like the enhanced version of Baraka's signature chop blades, but right after this, you see him impale the opponent with his tail at the end of it and then throws them off. Last, we get to see a bit of Alien's fatality where he impales Jackie and then holds her up in the air. And then if you watch the movies, you already know what's next. Like, that little tongue thing is going to come out and stick her through the head. Right after this, we see the beginning of Leatherface's fatality, which I'm not surprised to see that he's gutting someone with his chainsaw, because as we already know, that's like one of his signature kills in his movies. And I'm thinking right after this, he's probably going to bring up his chainsaw, cutting the opponent in half. So I'm looking forward to seeing the full fatality so I can get a good idea of the whole thing. Then we see the beginning of Rai Cho's fatality, which kind of interests me because he takes this jug of alcohol and pretty much drowns the opponent with it. And I can't think of any possible outcome to what will happen after this, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what's next for this fatality. Next, they show a couple of other moves for these characters. You see Leatherface jumping forward, then slamming his chainsaw onto the opponent's head, which I would assume is an overhead. Then we see Alien using one of Baraka's new enhanced moves that he has in Mortal Kombat X. Then we see Rai Cho using his monkey flips move that he had in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, which I just knew that they would give him back. And then we see Triborg's Cyber Smoke variation using his Smoke Port move that he had in Mortal Kombat 9. Right after these moves, we also get to see the beginning of Triborg's fatality, where he splits into 3 forms and then holds the opponent up in the air, and basically one of them comes up and tears the opponent in half, which looks really awesome. Like, I assume that the one that comes up and tears the opponent in half will be the variation that you are, and then the other 2 will be the variations that you didn't choose. Now, the final part of this video, they show like what appears to be Alien's victory scene. Like, when I first saw this video, I thought that it might be like a second fatality, but it's definitely his victory scene. You see Jackie stuck in like one of the nests or highs as they call it, and then an alien pops out of her chest. Now, I really think this is cool and a good victory scene because it pays homage to the Alien movies, kind of like how Predator's victory scene pays homage to the Predator movies. So that was pretty much everything with the characters in the video. They then finished it up by telling us all the things that we get in the Kombat Pack 2, which I gotta say I was kind of disappointed in. It turns out that the 5th character that was rumored to be in the Kombat Pack 2 is actually Goro, which most people already have by now. Then they offered a bunch of free skin packs, which all but one was already available. The Apocalypse Pack, which includes a new skin for Takeda, Devora, and Aaron Black, was the only new pack, while the others were the Brazil Pack, the Cold War Pack, and the Cold War Scorpion, which were already available for purchase. So I kind of don't understand exactly why they would do this, because pretty much if you already bought it, a bunch of people are going to be getting it for free now with the Kombat Pack 2. So basically you kind of wasted your money, so it's like a huge slap to the face. I mean, basically you could have waited, you could have gotten all these skins for free, which kind of sucked because you already bought it. So I kind of feel like it was pointless for them to actually do this, because now some people are going to be kind of mad that they had to pay for these skins. I mean, don't get me wrong, I guess if you don't have none of this stuff and you might be missing some of the skin packs maybe, then it might be like a good deal to actually buy this so you can get all of it. But other than that, I'm pretty sure most people already have it by now. So like I said, it was kind of pointless to do this, and it's kind of like a huge slap to the face of the people who already bought it. Now, I also noticed that they didn't even mention any more skin packs. Like, I was wondering why they didn't say the other skin packs that we will be getting. I'm thinking that maybe they're going to announce some when they announce each character. They're going to announce like a theme pack with them, like how they did with the Kombat Pack 1. So I guess we will eventually get to see that maybe. Then they also didn't mention when we're supposed to be getting the pit stage. Like, we got to see it in the video and it looks amazing at MKX. I'm very excited to see that we're getting a new stage, so I'm hoping that we get it sometime soon. And I'm also hoping that it has a stage brutality in it. And I don't know if any of you noticed, but did any of you see that Rain is fighting Blaze in the background? Yes, it definitely caught me off guard when I saw it. And I guess it kind of sucks that Rain wasn't actually playable in the game, but hopefully this is some kind of hint towards him being playable in Mortal Kombat 11, and maybe we might actually see more characters in the stage, kind of like how we did with Mortal Kombat 9. So my final overall thoughts of the characters are that they looked really good. Leatherface, he looked alright, but honestly, he kind of looks like he plays like a faster Jason in my opinion, so I'm not really hyped about his gameplay like how I am with the other characters, though I know that some of you may be hyped, so I do respect y'all's opinions, but I probably won't be playing with him that much myself. I'm super impressed with Triborg, and I can't wait to play every one of his variations when he releases. I definitely will be maining his Cyber Smoke variation. But Rai Cho has definitely exceeded my expectations. Like, I knew they were going to do so much better with him this time around. I can definitely say they've done a great job with him. So I'm super excited to play as Rai Cho. I definitely can't wait to troll with him online. And last we have Alien, who actually shocked me because it turned out better than I thought it would. Like, I still think that they could have did without giving it Baraka Blades, because I still feel like it wasn't really necessary and that it could have worked without them. But though I'm not really a fan of guest characters, I might actually give Alien a try after seeing how it plays. Now, we're supposed to be getting a comeback cast on the 24th of this month, so we're going to get to see more gameplay from whoever's first in the Kombat Pack 2. And from the look of the video, it looks like it might actually be us getting Alien first, then Leatherface, Triborg, and then Rai Cho. And I can't say I'm too happy about this order if it is true, but I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. So what do you guys think about this gameplay video? What character are you most excited to see? And how do you feel about the skin pack bundles? Be sure to leave all your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like. Let's see if we can get this video at least 50 likes. If you're interested, you can check out my possible Rai Cho variations video and let me know what you think about it after seeing Rai Cho in action. I will be leaving a link for it in the descriptions below. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at Legend X Ronin and keep up with all things that I do on my channel. If you're new to my channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button for all things Mortal Kombat. This is Legend X Ronin, and I'll see you guys later.